Right, we've just been having a chat about the new Windows 8 actually, and there seems to be quite a lot of pros and cons, and we can't really seem to make a decision as to whether it's...
It's a really confusing area, definitely, yeah.
It's definitely really exciting, but I think the main thing for me is it too late maybe for Microsoft to enter this field? Because for me, I'm kind of stuck on my Android and I can't really...
People said the same thing about Windows Phone 7.
That is true, yeah, and Windows Phone 7 is very sexy, you've got to say. I mean, I've got to say, and it's the same face, isn't it? It's going to be the Metro on the Windows 8, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the big thing that's happened is they've moved Metro onto the desktop interface, isn't it? So the Metro interface, like the tile-based interface, if you haven't seen it, you know, it works on tiles. You've got these tiny little blue squares and all the icons in there, but it's a really clean, easy to use interface, and it's been designed from the ground up to be used on touchscreen. If you've got an Xbox, you might have seen it on the new Xbox interface as well.
It's going to be touchscreen on the tablet, but how is it going to work on the desktop?
You've got a really valid point there. I mean, using a touchscreen, using a mouse is really different, so the whole experience is different.
I've heard that we have to buy new software.
Basically, they have this new version of Windows 8 for ARM, which is a new move for Microsoft.
Right, which is a bit of a worry really, because it's not only cost, but it's also time, and it's...
But of course, you know, you've still also got Windows 8 on x86 for tablets.
Yeah, but there's a problem with battery life there.
Yeah, I mean, the chip as a whole is going to use more power, but is that really enough to jump to a different architecture?
It's quite exciting, really, that we're finally going to see Microsoft sort of back in the game, because, you know, it's almost been quite sad that they're not there for the tablet, and, you know, the Metro is really sexy and it is really nice.
I think it's a really bold move. I mean, on one regard, it feels like they're trying to force everyone towards touchscreen because it doesn't work very well on the desktop. I mean, I'm hoping that they're listening to that, and when it eventually comes out, we're not going to have that issue. Moving to Windows 8 on ARM, are they now forcing developers to have to create stuff for what is essentially two separate platforms? I have no idea. I mean, if you take Palm, the reason that the Palm Pre was a bit of a failure is just because they did not have enough people in the marketplace. Is the same thing going to happen with Windows 8 on ARM?
I really hope not, actually, because it is actually really, really exciting, and I would like to see Windows succeed.
Yeah.
You can actually try this out, can't you? There is a preview on their website, which we will post on our forum, and we'd love to know what you think as well.
But I believe it's free to download, though, so if you've got a machine that can take it, then it's worth having a look at.
So obviously there are more questions than there are answers at the moment, but it's definitely a really, really exciting and very, very bold move by Microsoft, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and hopefully some of you guys are excited as well. If you've tried the consumer preview, or maybe you haven't, head down to the forum. We're going to start a discussion there, and we're going to see if we think Microsoft are making the right choice.
And if you'd like to subscribe for any future episode, please do so on iTunes or YouTube.
And we look forward to seeing you soon.
We've got the same dad. I haven't told you yet, but we're actually brothers.